This video is about my round baler, and as you can see, this is a Case International 8430, sometimes known as a Hesston 540, or possibly even some kind of a Massey Ferguson. Anyways, they were built by Hesston for Case International, and this is the second one of these that I've owned, and they're a decent baler. They make a 4x4 hardcore bale. Kind of bale I can move it around by hand, and if I need to roll it, whatever. Anyways, I had trouble the other day. The first time I went to use it this season, the electric tie, it had an electric tie on it, wasn't working. Was not working. It didn't have enough berries to run the arm hardly, and so took it apart, cleaned it up, put it all back together. It still wouldn't work. So the motor must be shot. Called the dealer. Motor, if it could get one, is almost $700 Canadian. So I said, well, we're not going to be ordering that. So anyways, went to plan B here. What I did was I installed a manual tie option. Levers, push rods, sector arms. The original unit, electric one, pinned on here, and went over and it pinned onto this sector arm here, which of course was in here, and we've rotated it at about, quarter of a turn, not even a quarter of a turn, eighth of a turn. Welded it up here, used the same hole, and we put a control arm up. This is just a standard welded to the baler frame. It goes up and there's a pivot, and this is a lever off of a Deering CIH hay mower, horse-drawn hay mower, and it just latches. It's in the latched position right now. So what I do is when the bale's full, that it goes down there and it gets to where the bale's full, I just release this lever. It comes down, lays parallel to the ground, give it 2 spouts around, like 2 revolutions of the bale, and then I watch this belt right here. I watch this lacing, and I move it 3 or 4 times. Each one, every time this belt lacing comes around here, I move it a little bit more. And as I move the lever up there, this push arm, it moves this all the way across, and then I just bring it back a little bit each time, and then I stop it over here, 2 more revolutions of the bale, then I bring it back to the home position, latch it, and it cuts it's just using the standard twine cutter. You can see right in there, it activates the twine cutter and it cuts it off, and then you dump the bale, carry on. Just basically the baler's the same. It's just I deleted this electric tie which wasn't working, and I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I don't mind at all. Just reach back behind the seat, grab the lever. It was manual electric anyways. I had to look back to see what was going on when it was tying. So anyways, here's the deal. I'm just gonna leave it as a manual tie. I'm gonna get rid of this shield here because it used to flop back and cover over this friction clutch and whatnot, but now it can't be. So I'm just gonna cut it off and get rid of it. So anyways, this is, if you have a Hesston 540 or a Case International 8430 and you want to put a manual tie on it, mechanical tie I should say, without ropes and pulleys and random stuff here, basically we just use the parts in here. The sector arm, got some 5/8 rods, connected them all together with a bit of welders, and extend this shaft here, but just make up a simple lever action to operate the sector arm, and yeah, works good. I just baled up 20 bales or so, and what, two little pieces, an hour and a half or so, and yeah, it worked good. So, things you got to do when you can't afford to buy factory parts. So, over and out.